Hi guys, my name's Jordan. My topic this week was to research and discuss the topic of ideology and its meaning. So I found ideology a bit of a tricky concept to get my head around because it's really hard to get a good definition and this changes a lot from book to book. This is because it encompasses so many ideas. When I did my research, the definition I found most relevant was a system of beliefs, morals, and values within a particular class or society. So these can consist of gender, race, class, disability, sexuality, religion, or even like people's political views. So the key part of this is to know that it's about being shared ideologies. So ideologies don't belong to the individual, they belong to social groups, and particularly larger social groups. So ideologies help us make sense of reality. They're a system of values and beliefs and attitudes that helps us make sense of the world around us and how it should be and how it should work. According to Marx and Engels, Marx was one of the first to discuss this particular topic. They started the thinking of ideologies and how ideologies perpetrate the power of the elites. So these dominant values and dominant beliefs, dominant values and dominant beliefs and these dominant ideologies serve to reinforce whoever is in power or which social group is in power. So in capitalist ideologies, they would say that the value of individualism, property ownership, and all those other freedoms serve simply to keep corporations in power and to keep the elites in charge. So Fisk gives examples in his book, Fisk and Raymond Williams, 3 primary uses of ideology. So the first one he gives is a system of beliefs, characteristics of a particular class or group. Number 2, a method of illusory beliefs, false ideas, or false consciousness, which can be contrasted with true or scientific knowledge. And number 3 is the general process of the production and meaning of ideas. The first definition was quite similar to the previous definition I mentioned. However, the second definition, the system of illusory beliefs, so how this would happen, like I mentioned before, ideology can be changed, which means people's opinions and beliefs can be changed. For example, the media. So obviously, everyone, as you guys know, the media is a large influence to people, especially around my age. So if the audience receives some false information from the media, it will change how the person feels about certain things, especially a person's view of how they see a celebrity. For example, if they see some false negative information about celebrities on television, they'll probably become like a bit of a hater or a conversation with friends. That's how false ideas and false consciousness are developed. So if we take our own sort of system of ideology, for example, Western ideology, we think about values and beliefs of countries that have evolved out of Western European thinking. The features of this, for example, would be, so to say, individualism, democracy, how we get freedom of speech, and equality. If we contrast this, the ideology of Communist China, the importance of the collective, the success of the whole country, far outweighs the success of each individual. So in Western ideology, the idea is if everyone is individually successful and everyone is in competition with each other to be successful, everyone does benefit. So lastly, for my video, I just wanted to insert this little picture, and this is just a few things, so simplified ideologies. So Marxist ideology pretty much is, so under his title would be shared property, cooperation, collectivism, resources shared by need, social responsibility. Next, I would go capitalist ideology, so small government, property rights, individualism, competition, and market freedom. If you were to look at the patriarchal ideology, so which obviously many people have different opinions on, but originally men as protectors, male property ownership, men in political control, and male inheritance. And lastly, if you look at the feminist ideology, so social and legal practices that don't punish women for getting pregnant, like for example in the workplace, they don't lose their jobs, they get paid for maternity leave, all that type of stuff. So gender equality, equitable division of labour in the home, and reproductive freedom of choice for women. Which, yeah, so that sums up a few different ones. That's not everything. Yeah, so I just like to thank you for listening to my video on ideology, and yeah, cool. Thank you.